Kannada is the ugliest language in the world. I am saying this to all of you. If you're really proud of being a Kannada speaker, of being a Kannadigan, how about you do something about it? There's someone who called me a rapist. My post went viral and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people have been abusing. Some people are abusing South India, some people are abusing North India. That all North Indian people are like this. They come here and they steal your jobs. This is what a proud Kannadiga means. So people in the comments in my Instagram who said, yeah, if you don't speak Kannada, we will beat you, we'll thrash you, get out of my state, do this and do that. The fact that you have called me a Northi, you have called me a Bhikari, you have called me so many things. You've abused my mom, my sister, whatever. Diverting from the real issue. How can you live in Bangalore and have such kind of shitty mentality? Fine, you abuse me, you threaten me, everything. Nothing is going to change in my life. And I have to tell it on record. आपने मेरा मोबाइल मोबाइल कितने ये पुलिस I have no problem with the payment. No problem. Why did you pull my phone? Hello guys, after I posted that Ola road rage incident, that cab driver incident that happened to me a while back, a lot of people have been abusing me, threatening me, telling me that I don't deserve to stay in Bangalore, I don't deserve to stay in Karnataka just because I don't know Kannada, and they've been cussing me, abusing me without knowing the truth. So here is what actually happened that day and what my intention was behind sharing this video. And the fact that a lot of people have been abusing me and calling me quote-unquote Northeast, as in it's a derogatory term. You should know the whole truth behind the story before you judge me. I have no problem in you abusing me, judging me. But as it turned out, the issue was completely different and a lot of people has made it into Hindi versus Kannada or South India versus North India. In any shape or form, I never talked about Hindi versus Kannada or South India versus North India or something like that. That was not my intention. That will never be my intention. So here's the truth of what actually happened that day and what happened afterwards. That is not there in the reel that you guys have seen in Instagram or YouTube. So what exactly happened was that I was invited to an engagement ceremony in Vivipuram. So I booked the Ola ride and I paid the amount through my credit card during the trip. Okay, the amount was 457 rupees. I paid it off. And after the ride was done, the cab driver was asking for extra payment. And while I was seated inside the car, my friend was also beside me. While I was seated inside the car, I showed him that, see, I have paid. It's green, like paid, done, green tick, 457 rupees. I still remember the amount and I have checked. So yes, so I have paid it with my credit card and everything was done. And he was like, no, pay, something 112 rupees he was showing. I was like, no, I will not pay. If it is not showing in the app, I will not pay. You can talk to the customer care or anything, but I'm not paying. It's not showing in the app, so I will not pay. So I thought maybe he's trying to charge extra. And obviously there was a language issue. He was not able to talk to me in English or Hindi and I did not know Kannada. So a lot of people had made that the issue. This was not the issue. The language was never the issue. The issue was assault. The issue was physical violence. The issue is that such kind of behaviors are being neglected every day. This is not like this is something that has happened exclusively to me. A lot of people has faced similar situations and I'll show you. The issue was never about Kannada, Hindi. That was not the issue. So when me and my friend exited the vehicle by paying the 457 rupees that was showing in the app, I exited the vehicle. So what happened was, so when I exited the car, he came running from his driver's seat. He came out and he was shouting and screaming. I said, no, I will not pay. If it's not showing in the app, I will not pay. I said to him in English, I said to him in Hindi also. And those of you are judging already, please note, you will see if you book a Uber ride or a Ola ride, you will see whatever the name of the driver is, let's say X, whatever the name, you will see speaks in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayali, English, something like that. Those will be there, right? The languages that they speak. So that driver in the app, they were showing he speaks Kannada, Hindi, English. But it's okay. I'm not blaming him for not knowing the language. That is not the issue. That was never the issue. The issue was he came running out of the car and he pushed me on the side of the road. Like he pushed me on my chest on the side of the road. So as I stumbled and I tried to gain my balance, he tried to snatch my phone. So my phone is in my left hand and he tried to snatch my phone. And he also left a scratch on my, thumb. Yeah, on my thumb he left a scratch. I'm not talking about that I got hurt or whatever. That is also not the point. The point was, as you guys have seen in the video also, that how can he touch me? Who gave him the right to touch me? Like having a conversation, having a humane conversation is okay. Having confusion after taking a ride or about the money, it's fine. We can still find a middle ground. But when he came out running, instead of having a conversation, when he came out of running and he pushed me on the side of the road and he tried to snatch my phone, how can you guys expect me to not talk about it? This is not okay. Physical violence is not okay. And I've seen a lot of people commenting, hey, be a man or be manly, like they settle like a man. Arre, what do you mean settling like a man? What is the concept of manliness to you? The concept of manliness is to thrash each other up and to beat each other up in the middle of the road. That is what your education has taught you. So the main issue was violence, that the driver came out running, he pushed me and he tried to snatch my phone. What if it happened during night, at late night, maybe let's say in a dark alley or a dark road? And since I'm new to Bangalore, I'm not aware of the area also. Do you guys really think it's okay? That was the issue that I tried to talk in the video. That was the issue that I wrote about. That was the issue I complained to Ola, and that was the issue I told the police as well. And yes, police came after some time, after 30 to 45 minutes, police came. So that was the issue, that physical violence, it's a kind of violence, right? Maybe it was broad daylight. I think it was 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So he pushed me and he tried to snatch my phone. But what if it happened in, let's say in midnight or in a dark alley? What if he pushed me or beat me up and then he snatched my phone and then he went away? How could I have called then? If he had successfully taken my phone, who could I have informed? How can I communicate with anyone without my phone? What would have happened if it happened, let's say, with your sister or your mother or your father or your brother or your best friend? Is that okay then? To physically assault someone? Do you think the issue was the language? Did I, even in the long passage that I wrote and also in the video, ever spoke about that he spoke in Kannada and I spoke in English or Hindi, and that was the issue? That was never the issue. How can you guys be so naive and so fools and so idiotic to think that this was a language issue, where it was an abuse issue, it was a violence issue? This was never about language, and you guys have made it about language. My post went viral and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people have been abusing. Some people are abusing me. Some people were fighting among themselves. Some people are abusing each other. Some people are abusing South India. Some people are abusing North India. Some people are abusing Kannadiga. Some people are abusing those who speak in Hindi. This was never the intention, guys. Whoever is watching, this was never the intention. This was never the issue. The issue was violence, and it's not okay. It's not okay to touch someone, and it's not legal. And it's not right. It's morally, ethically, in every way it's wrong. You cannot touch someone. And I was his customer. I was his passenger. If there was a payment issue, then we could have talked or settled. There were other people also who could have communicated, who could have helped us communicate with each other. But the moment, instead of having a rational conversation, he came out and he pushed me, I knew that this is not going the way that I intended to be. So at the same spot, I called the Ola emergency number. There is an emergency hotline number. I called them and I told them that this is the issue, and I told them, please call the police, and I want to make sure that he gets punished. So the Ola team did an investigation after the incident. And do you know what was the truth? So it turns out after the investigation, that driver took some different path just so that he could charge me extra. How do you respond to that? To everyone who have been calling me a bhikari, that I don't have 10 rupees to pay him and I don't have money to pay him, even though I have paid him 457 rupees sitting inside his cab, he took a different route to charge me extra. I think it was some toll fee or something like that. He took a different route. He was not supposed to take that route. And me being new in Bangalore, since I don't know the route that much, and this was the first time I ever went to VV obviously I did not know. So that was the reason why in the Ola cab, in the app, it was showing me 457 rupees and I paid the 457 rupees, but he wanted extra. And that extra, I said, no, I will not pay. If it doesn't show on the app, I will not pay. And then he got violent, he got physical. That was the issue. Please don't bring religion, geography, language, anything in this. This is not about any of those things. So all of the guys that have watched the video and are watching the video now, and also to all of the guys who have commented mean comments towards me by calling me Northeast, do you know I don't belong from North India, nor do I belong from South India. I belong from Tripura. Have you ever heard of that state? I belong from Tripura, which is in the northeastern part of India. So all of you that assume that I am a Northi, quote unquote Northi, like it's some sort of a derogatory term that I'm a Northi, that all North Indian people are like this, they come here and they steal your jobs and they don't pay after taking a service. How can you be so naive? How can you be so racist? Is this your true identity? I'm hoping you all have had a modern liberal education growing up. Is this how you want to represent your country, your state? You being a proud Bangalorean or a proud Kannadiga. This is what a proud Kannadiga means. So to all of you who have been saying, learn Kannada if you want to live in Karnataka, learn Kannada if you want to live in Bangalore. Is this how you want to portray yourself? That you want to force someone to learn your language? See, I don't have any problem in learning Kannada, or I don't have any hatred or anything against Kannada. Not only Kannada, against Tamil, Telugu, Malayali or any other South Indian language or even North Indian language. But when it comes to you forcing someone, shoving down their throat that, hey, if you want to live here, you have to learn the language, you have to act a certain way, you have to do this and do that. Where does it stop? If being a proud Kannadiga means that you force someone, you abuse someone, you verbally abuse someone, threaten someone to learn your language, to learn your culture, I must say you should be ashamed. I am sure your parents, your teachers, your elders, whoever have passed down the beautiful customs and traditions and everything about Kannada or being a South Indian, I'm sure all of them will be disgusted by you. I'm very sure when someone talks about their motherland, their hometown, their culture, their traditions, their roots, forcing it down to someone else is not what they mean. Okay? So please respect everyone, respect North India, respect South India, Northeast India, West India, whatever. Don't segregate, man. Don't differentiate anyone based on their caste, language, religion, gender, geography and whatnot. We are more alike than we are different. So when you have that mentality that, hey, if he speaks in Kannada, then he's my brother or she's my sister. And if they don't speak in Kannada, then okay, they are enemies. They don't deserve to be here. They don't deserve to live here. That kind of mentality is so bad. It's disgusting. Bad is such an understatement. It's disgusting. We are currently living in 21st century. If you look around Bangalore, if you are living in Bangalore, look around yourself, man. We are surrounded by technology. We are surrounded by modernism. We are surrounded by growth. So many brilliant minds of our country come here to do something greater than themselves, to do better for their country, for their motherland. What have you done? If your job, if your way of saving your mother tongue, representing your culture is by forcing someone, threatening someone, abusing someone, then please don't share your culture with anyone. This is not what culture, tradition, roots mean. I'm very sure this is not what is meant to be a true Kannadiga. Trust me, yes, I'm new in Bangalore. Yes, I don't belong from South India or from Bangalore or from Karnataka. I have a lot of friends who are born in Karnataka. They speak Kannada. And never in my life they have told me, hey Anirban, if you want to stay in Bangalore, you have to learn Kannada. But also I'm not saying that if you are staying in some place, you should not learn that language. I am also not saying that, obviously. But the choice should be on you. In your day-to-day life, whatever language you speak, whatever language you choose to communicate between oneself, that should be a choice that is yours to take, and not because some random people on the internet are hurling abuses and galis and everything to you or are threatening. So just by watching a 30-second video, you have assumed so much about me. You have called me a Nordi, you have called me a beggar, you have abused my mother, you have abused my sister, you have hurled so much of insults against me. I have no problem about that. I can take it because I'm a content creator and I live in social media, so to speak. This is my job, creating content, so I'm okay with it. But please don't spread hate and misinformation just trying to save your culture. This is not what saving your culture means. And also one more thing that I want to address is that there is a debate that is going on in the Reels comment that some people are saying that Kannada is the ugliest language in the world. Just think about it this way. Let's assume you don't speak Kannada, you are from some other parts of India. You want to abuse someone by saying that Kannada is the ugliest language because Google in an article they said, even though they have apologized and even there was a glitch or whatever, I don't know the full story, that is not the point. My point is, how can a language be ugly in their own mother tongue? What does mother tongue mean? Mother tongue means a language that has been spoken by our mother and how our mother teaches us this language. For me, it was Bengali, right? For someone watching, it can be Hindi, or another watching, it can be Kannada, or it can be, I don't know, Marathi, Gujarati, whatever. I don't know whoever is watching. My point is, a language can never be ugly to anyone who's speaking it. It's their mother tongue, man. How can, think about it this way. Can we say that our mother is ugly? For everyone their mothers are the most beautiful women in the world, which is true, which is applicable for everyone, all of us. So everyone, we feel that our language is beautiful. And yes, I would definitely say Bengali is the most beautiful language because it's my mother tongue and I have the right to say it. But if I say Bengali is the most beautiful language in the world, that does not give me the right to say Kannada is ugliest language, or Hindi, Urdu, Malayali, Telugu, whatever is a bad language. So please, have some sense. So I condemn that kind of mentality as well. People who have commented that Kannada is the ugliest language in the world, and some people have defended it. So both parties are abusing one another. See, abusing one another is not the solution, is never the solution, will never ever be the solution. The solution is to find a middle ground and to talk it out. Now, yes, I agree. If someone plans to live in Karnataka or Bangalore or wherever in Karnataka, yes, they should learn Kannada. If someone is planning to stay in Kerala for a long time, they should learn Malayali, Tamil Nadu, Tamil, whatever. I don't have any problem with that. I never had a problem with that, Yeah, so some people have assumed that I'm a tourist, and some people have been saying, yeah, if he lives here, he should learn the language or he should get out. So I belong from a northeastern state called Tripura, and yes, currently I'm staying in Bangalore. And I work from my home. I don't go to any office, or I don't have colleagues per se. This is my office. This is where I spend 14 hours a day creating content and writing. I'm a writer. I'm a freelance content writer and content creator. I have YouTube channels and all that. So I don't get to interact with a lot of people in my day-to-day life. But with all the people that I've interacted with in Karnataka by living in Bangalore, all the people that I've interacted in my life, they have never ever told me that, hey, if you want to live here, you have to learn the language. They have never. Because see, language was invented to bridge the communication between one another, not to spread segregation, not to spread hatred, and not to marginalize, segregate one another. Language is supposed to unite people, man. Language is supposed to make sure that you communicate with each other and your message gets heard. But if you're using language to spread hatred against one another just because someone does not speak your language and you think you're saving your culture, then buddy, you could not be further away from reality. Saving your culture does not mean abusing and threatening people. All the people that have left mean comments in my video, in my Instagram, on my Instagram comments, you all should be ashamed of yourself. You all should be disgusted by yourself to call yourself a true Kannadiga. Trust me, I know true Kannadigas. They are my friends. I know people who have been born in Bangalore. I know people who have been born in Bangalore. I have friends who have been born in Udupi, let's say. I have even visited Gokarna. And because I'm a traveler, I keep traveling, and I've traveled all those states. I've traveled Kurg and I've made friends in all of those states. Not one person have ever tried to force Kannada language on me. They have welcomed the different approach and the different culture that I bring. I have true Kannadiga friends. Those who embrace and accept something that is different from them. Though we have to understand that in a bigger scheme of things, we are more alike than we are different. We are not different, man. Just because you speak a certain language, I speak a certain language, just because I come from Northeast India and you come from South India, does not mean we have to hate one another, man. If you really hate me, if you really think I'm a bad person, the fact that you have commented so many things on my Instagram feed or in my YouTube comments, if you really think I'm a bad person, just send me a DM. Just tell me, hey Anirban, let's catch up, let's grab a pint or maybe a coffee, treats on me. Come and talk to me and get to know me, know about my story of how I came from Tripura to Bangalore and what my dreams are and how much I love Bangalore, how much I love the people of Bangalore, the food of Bangalore, the culture of Bangalore, the weather of Bangalore. I am so much alike than you are. The only difference is maybe you speak a certain language and I speak a certain language. And to all of you who have assumed that I'm from North India, I'm a Northi and I speak in Hindi. Do you know Hindi is not my mother tongue? And it's not even my second language. Hindi is actually my third language. My first language is Bengali. Ami ekta Bangali. I am a Bengali. Okay, you know Bengali like in Bengal and Tripura and Bangladesh. I am a Bengali. I am a Bengali speaking boy. My mother tongue is Bengali. Then I was put in school and I was educated in English from an English medium school. And I learned Hindi just by a lot of people watching who don't have Hindi as the mother tongue might have learned Hindi by watching films, by watching Hindi movies, and by listening to Hindi songs. So how am I different than you? How could you have assumed just because I've tried to communicate with that cab driver by using Hindi and English, how can you assume that this is my mother tongue and I'm a North Indian? Though I have no hatred against North India, nor do I have hatred against South India as well. But the fact that you all assume that either people who speak Kannada, they are us, and the rest of the world, they are against us. This is not the reality, man. This is not how you grow. This is not how you embrace culture. This is not how you unify people. This is how you diversify and segregate people. India is a land of great diversity. Come to Northeast India, man. Come to my state, Tripura, and I'll show you, even in such a small state, we are being the second smallest state in India after Goa. Even in such a small state, we have hundreds and hundreds of languages, some tribal languages, some different dialects, Bengali, so many languages are being spoken in such a small area. Maybe even the Bangalore city is bigger than my entire state in terms of volume and in terms of the sheer development that has happened. We all come here, we all come from different parts of, let's say, India, or let's say, I'll just talk about myself. Maybe from Northeast India. When anyone comes from Northeast India, let's say from Meghalaya or Nagaland or Assam or maybe Tripura, which is my state, when we come to Bangalore, so many people come because of their job. Obviously, they come because of their job, but they are not coming here to take away your culture, man. They are not coming to take away your culture. How can we take away your culture? Your culture should stay with you, na? Irrespective of however hundreds and thousands of languages or cultures or diversities are there. Why should it get lost? And how can it get lost just because if I don't speak in Kannada? How can it vanish? Because you are carrying your culture, your tradition, your language, everything with you, and you're going to pass it down to your next generation, right? When you have kids, I'm assuming you guys in your 20s, so I'm assuming when you will have kids, when you'll have a daughter or a son, you will teach them Kannada, you will pass on your traditions, your morals, your values, your ethics, your principles, everything to them. So is this something that you want to teach your kids as well? That hey, some random stranger on the road, if he or she does not speak in Kannada, just abuse them, beat them, threaten them, verbally assault them, or maybe physically assault them. Is this something that you want to teach to your own kids or maybe to your friends and family? Is this something that your friends and family will support? Let's say all the mean comments that you have left on my Instagram comments, if your parents, let's say your father or your mother or your sister, brother, whatever, if they come to know about this, that hey, you have been abusing someone by taking their mother's name or sister's name, and you have been calling them so mean and disgusting things just because they don't speak your language, is this something that they will pat you on the back for, or is this something they will condemn? Which one it is? Did you also forget that before you're a Kannadiga, which is great, you should be proud of Kannadiga, it's such a beautiful state, it's great, fine. But before you are a Kannadiga, you are an Indian first. And also before you are an Indian, you are a human first, man. Where is humanity? The problem that was there in the video was a physical assault. He assaulted me. And you have made it into some language debate, some North versus South debate. Of all the hundreds and hundreds of comments that was saying, hey, Banchod learn Kannada, Mother Chod learn Kannada, Gandu learn Kannada, I think there were very few people who said, guys, you guys are missing the point of this video. This video was a physical assault, not about the language debate or the geographical debate. And I think there are only a few people whose comments that I've read that said, hey, it's not a language or a geographical debate. It's the driver assaulted the passenger. That's it. That is basically it. And also one more truth that you guys did not know. So after I complained to the Ola customer service, the emergency team, and I have to tell it on record that the Ola customer service or managerial team have been so efficient. They've helped me so much. They've been in the call for the last 45 minutes when that happened that day, when I was on the side of the road trying to contact police or, trying to talk to someone, like how to make sure this madman lives. Like, what if he assaults me again? Who knew? Someone in the video also commented, what's the other side of the story? And that's a valid question. Why should you only trust my side of the story, right? It's fair that you understand the other side of the story or the full story, the backstory behind it. So as it turns out, after I complained to Ola customer, the emergency unit, that this driver has misbehaved with me, this driver has assaulted me. It turns out that number one, he took a different route. He took a diversion just so that he could charge more money. And obviously there was language issue, and for that I don't blame anyone. I don't blame him, and I'm not willing to take the blame on me also. So yeah, there was this language issue. And the third thing is, when the manager, some manager of that response unit called me, and I explained the entire thing to him, and I also spoke to a lady, to her, to both of them. I talked for another 15 to 20 minutes and I explained the whole situation. They understood. They said, hey, we will also take the other side of the story. So what they meant was, they will also call the Ola guy, the driver, and know his side of the story too. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. I have photographic evidence, and I have video, and I have my friend also who was sitting beside me, and I also have proof of the screenshots and everything, that I have paid 457 with my card, and the rest he was asking. Even though I have paid it, even the rest that he was asking, I actually paid it also afterwards. So as it turned out, when the Ola customer service team tried to contact the driver, he was rejecting their calls. He did not pick up a single call from the Ola customer care team, from the emergency unit team, from the there is another association that that trains drivers that misbehave or they perform badly, or if they have low rating, they have another group where they retrain the drivers and give them the proper training so that they behave properly or drive properly. And he have been rejecting their calls also. So basically, that driver that you have seen in the video, he was not picking up the call of anybody. He was just rejecting the call. So when I first complained that afternoon in Vivipuram, when that incident happened, at first what they did was, they suspended him until further investigation. They said, hey, Mr. Anirban, we have taken your complaint and we have suspended him until further investigation. So they said, if you want us to investigate, since you said you have screenshots and videos, send us. And as you can see, I have sent in the email, I have sent all the videos and the screenshots of the payments and everything. I actually paid extra also to that driver, and I paid the video I sent. And then they tried to investigate, and it turns out that he is not picking up the call. So obviously he has something to hide, right? Just as you guys mentioned in the comment, what is the other side of the story? What is the driver side of the story? How come he is rejecting calls? How come he's not willing to talk to anybody? Because he knows, and he's also said that on record also, that he tried that, yes, if you don't pay, I'll snatch away your phone, or yeah, I have pushed you but very slowly or something. Even I know how strongly he pushed. My friend knew how strongly he pushed, and I almost lost balance. But okay, the problem is not the intensity. Yeah, he did not beat me up, but that is not the point. The point is, he can't even lay a finger on me. And not only on me, to anyone, to anybody, to any customer, to any passenger. No one has the right to touch you. This is morally, ethically, legally wrong. This is wrong in so many ways. No one can touch you. So as it turned out, he refused to talk to anyone. He stopped picking up calls of Uber, and then they permanently suspended him. And I talked about it on my LinkedIn also, and so many people have commented that, hey, this is something that has happened with me also. Obviously not with the same driver, like this kind of incident. And I'm very glad that you spoke about this issue, because this needs to be get heard. And trust me, even Ola helped me a lot. The Ola customer care team, the emergency response unit, kudos to them. It's not like this video is sponsored or anything. Whatever happened with me, I'm just sharing with you. They genuinely helped them. And when I shared that post on LinkedIn, a lot of people commented. I will probably share the screenshots. A lot of people commented that, hey, Anirban, I'm glad you spoke about this, because similar kind of incidences have happened to me. Similar kinds of incidents have happened to me with other cab drivers, from Ola cab drivers, from Uber cab drivers, and lot of horrific stories were coming out. I totally respect that. So everyone that have commented on my LinkedIn, I totally respect that some of you have also DM'd me asking about if I was okay, if everything is okay. And I was like, yeah, I was fine, all good. And also that I have taken numerous cab rides, not only in Bangalore. I have been to Delhi, I've been to Hyderabad, I've been to Pune, I've been to Gokarna, I've been to Udupi, Coorg, so many places, and obviously Northeast, my state. I have taken so many Uber rides, I've taken so many Ola rides, I've taken so many local bus, cab, auto, bike rides, Rapido rides. Never in my life I have faced such incidents. And never in my life I knew that such kinds of incidents happen until it happened with me. And it should not happen to anyone, even if they don't speak Kannada. Even if you are in Bangalore and if you don't speak Kannada, that does not justify that action. So people in the comments in my Instagram who said, yeah, if you don't speak Kannada, we will beat you, we'll thrash you, get out of my state, do this and do that. I am saying this to all of you. Don't physically, verbally, in any which way assault someone. Don't abuse anyone. We are all humans. We are all alike, then we are different. Don't hate anyone if they come from a different background or a different language, different geography. Please, this is not what the culture, I'm sure this is not what the culture of Karnataka is. I love Karnataka. I love Bangalore. I love Bangalore's weather. I love people of Bangalore. I have so many friends in Bangalore who are born here, who speak in Kannada, but they've never insisted or forced that, hey Anirban, if you don't speak Kannada, I will not talk to you. And please don't assume that I'm promoting Hindi, my mother tongue or something, because Hindi is not my mother tongue. And also please note, this channel, my Tattooed Wanderer channel, profile, whatever, this is a traveling channel. I urge you all to visit Northeast. Northeast is the most overlooked part of the country, right? Visit Northeast. Talk to the local people. Nobody will say, if you go to Meghalaya, nobody will say speak to me in Garo or Khasi. Nobody will say if you visit Assam that speak to me in Assamese. Nobody will say if you visit Nagaland speak to me in Nagamese. Or if you visit my state Tripura, where a lot of people speak in Bengali and some people speak in Kokborok or other tribal languages, no one will impose that, hey, if you want to live in Tripura or if you want to travel to Tripura, you have to speak in Bengali or you have to speak in Kokborok or any other language. Please be more open to new cultures, new traditions, new norms, new languages. We are evolving. We should be progressive, not regressive, man. We are living in the 21st century. Look where you are. You are in the center of innovation and technology and modernism in India. You are in Bangalore. How can you live in Bangalore and have such kind of shitty mentality? Go visit Northeast, man. Nobody will do that to you. And it feels very bad that it happens in Bangalore. I'm not sure if it happens in other city, and I'm not sure it happens so much or everything. I'm saying it happened with me. So if it happened with me, I should have the right to speak about it, isn't it? Because it happened with me. I have been through that. I have been through that trauma that someone pushing me and trying to snatch my phone when a friend of mine is with me and I'm going on a special day of my friend's sister's engagement ceremony party, whatever, and this kind of thing happened. Do you think people will be okay? Do you think you will be okay if you face such incident, or if your friends face such incident, or your family members goes through such incidents? You think you will be okay? And you think you can justify it by saying, hey, if you don't learn Kannada, they will beat you up. Where is your humanity? Where is your upbringing? Where is your education? Where is your morality, ethics, principles? And also one more thing that I want to talk about. A lot of people have said that, people who come from North India or other Northeast India or West India, whatever, to Bangalore or to Karnataka, or they should not come here. They don't deserve to be here. And we are born here, so we deserve to be here. We speak Kannada. We deserve to be in Karnataka. People from outside and people who don't speak Kannada, they don't deserve to be here, right? That is what a lot of people have commented as well. So I'd like to tell you one thing. Understand the scenario, right? You, let's say any one of you who have commented in such way, you were born in Karnataka, correct? Let's say you are born in Bangalore. So you deserve to be here, but someone who comes from outside, they don't deserve to be here. Now, think about this scenario. I'm just taking my example. Who do you think deserves more to be here? You were just born here, and let's assume that you did not do anything about it. You were just born here. You were just privileged to be born in this beautiful city, and you think only you deserve to be here. Well, me on the other hand, I was born in a small town in Tripura, and I've worked so much so that I can make sure that I can sustain a lifestyle here. I can make sure that I can pay my bills and pay everything to live in a big city like Bangalore. And I've struggled so much, and I've earned my own money, and I have done so many things to make sure that I can come here and live a comfortable life here. Who do you think deserves to be more here? People like me who worked their asses off, who have deserved to get a job here or to get any kind of work or business here, or some other folk who have just happened to be born here and they did not do anything with their life. If you're really proud of being a Bangalorean, if you're really proud of being a Kannada speaker, of being a Kannadigan, How about you do something about it? What I mean is, how about you leave something positive to your society? How about you contribute to your society, to Karnataka first, and then maybe to India, and then maybe to a global stage? So how about you go get a job, get educated, earn money, feed your family, take care of your family, take care of your friends, leave a positive impact on your society? How about you do that? Do you have any idea how people from small towns like me, like I came from Tripura, a small town in Tripura, like how people come from Assam or let's say Nagaland, Meghalaya, or maybe from UP or Gujarat or from Madhya Pradesh or from Punjab, Haryana, wherever people are coming from. Do you know how much hard work, how much struggle, how much sacrifice it takes to make sure that you get a place to live in this beautiful city? Do you know what it takes? I don't think you understand, and I don't think you'll ever do. And that's the sad part, you know. We work our ass off to make sure that we get a good career and to get a job in this thriving city of modernity and future and technology. And you just assume just because you are born here, you should stay here, you should get the job just because you speak in Kannada. I have seen a lot of comments where they said, you know, people are coming here by getting jobs and they are settling down here, they are taking away our jobs and everything. Bro, do you really think all the big companies, let's say Infosys, Wipro, Tata, or any big companies, Zerodha, whatever, do you think they give people job based on what language they speak, based on where they come from, or based on their skills and merit and talent or degree? Which one do you think it is? Is it because they speak the certain language, they come from a certain area, or they have a certain name? Is this how you think Bangalore has evolved, or is this how you think whole of India has evolved? Forget about whole of India. Bangalore is such a thriving community of brilliant people. There are so many brilliant people that I've had the privilege to work with, to know them, to be friends with, all of them that are here. Many of them are from Bangalore and a lot of people have come from other parts of India. Do you know how hardworking they are? Do you know how much they've sacrificed? Do you know how much I have sacrificed? Do you know anything about me? The fact that you have called me a Nordi, you have called me a Bhikari, you have called me so many things. You've abused my mom, my sister, whatever. But do you know anything about me, bro? You just watched a 30-second video and you thought you knew everything about me. You just spewed venom. You just spewed hatred. And you wanted to take it to the next level. You wanted to make it political. You wanted to make it, I don't know what you are trying to do. And you know, a few people have also DM'd me by abusing me. You know, there is someone who called me a rapist. This does not even hurt me. Like, this is funny. This is hysterical in a way. You know, I have put on a video where a cab driver assaulted me and someone is calling me North Indian rapist. And the fact that I'm not even from North India and rapist though is such a disgusting term. So when I first put out that video and when it went viral on the second day, third day, you know how much hurt I was by reading the comments? At first I thought, okay, I'll ignore it. When first 10 people abused me, I was like, okay, I'll ignore it. Then it started growing. And I thought, you know what? I should address it. I should not run away from the problem. I never tried to portray Bangalore or any Kannada speaking gentleman or lady or anyone in a bad light. I never want to, you know, create differences, create trouble between Hindi and Kannada or between North India or South India. That was never my intention because I can't relate with any of those, right? Because I'm not from North India and Hindi is not my mother tongue. So my main point is, even though the main issue of the video of the entire incident was not Kannada, Hindi or North India, South India, but you can see the real nature, the true faces in both the sides. How people from North India have been abusing people from South India and vice versa. How people who speak in Kannada, they have been abusing people who speak in Hindi. Currently in the modern digital world, there is so much of polarization, there is so much of hatred, there is so much of animosity between one another, between different religions, caste or language or ethnicity, whatever. There's so much of hatred, you know, and we are diverting from the real issue, right? It should not be the case, man. Where we should try and find a middle ground. We should try and find a way how a people from North India can get love from a people from someone from South India and vice versa. Like how someone from South India who speaks Kannada or Tamil or Malayali, whatever, they should still be loved and respected by someone from North India. I'm not taking sides in any of the cases because I believe both the sides are wrong. If anyone is abusing the other person based on their religion or language, culture, geography, both of them are wrong. And in the comment section, you will see people in both the sides. You can abuse me. Fine, you abuse me. You threaten me, everything. Nothing is going to change in my life. Okay? Because people who love me, who know me, they know the real truth. And I'm sure to anyone that is watching, they will be able to identify the real problem than the mess that has been created. I did not do it willingly. I had no idea that people will take it in that light that, Hindi, Kannada and South India, North India. But I had to make this video so that I make myself clear to all of you. Even if there is 5 people that is watching, I have to make sure that that was not my intention. I never want to spread hatred to different communities or different languages or backgrounds or religions or geography, diversity, whatever. Let's learn to accept one another. Let's learn to love one another. Let's learn to talk and sort things out, man. And so many people have commented that I don't respect Kannada, or I don't respect Karnataka. Like, what? What are you talking about? Do you know me? Because the issue was not about the language. The issue was of assault. How can I disrespect a language just because that person's mother tongue is this and my mother tongue is something else? I just want to end by saying this. I'm a messenger of peace. I want peace, man. I don't plan to settle down in Bangalore. I don't plan to settle down in my hometown either. I'm a traveler. If you watch this channel, I'm a traveler. I want to travel around the world. I want to spread positivity. I want to meet people from different parts of the world that speaks different language, that eats different food, that worships different gods, that has different culture or history or whatever. Because we are all different. We are all unique in some sense. Even if you speak in Kannada, and let's say there are 20 million people who speak Kannada, everyone is unique and different in their own way. People from Karnataka are so nice, so kind, so gentle. But yes, people like the one in the video that I've shown, they also exist. But that does not mean that all of them are like that. In any part of life, there will be some people who will be bad and there will be some people who will be good. That's the yin-yang concept of life, that there is good in bad also and there is bad in good also. So you should accept it and you should embrace it. Just because there is a person who has done some bad things in life, and just because that person speaks your language or they are from your land, if you defend them by saying no, he or she cannot be wrong, then you are the one that is to be blamed. This is not what saving your culture means. People of Karnataka are so sweet and cute, yaar. I mean, let me just give you a story from my life. The auntie that stays downstairs. So whenever in the evening I go out to get groceries and everything, when I come back, the auntie downstairs, she tells me, Uta Mari. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. So what she meant was like, Khana kha liya, khana ho gaya. Like, so I told her that, you teach me certain words in Kannada and I'll teach you certain words in Hindi. So that auntie struggles to speak in Hindi, and of course me, I don't know Kannada. Swalpa, maybe even not that. I just know few words that I can say, no, I don't know Kannada. So every time when we pass by, me or my friend or anyone pass by, and when she asks me, Uta, I think it means like khana khaya, like did you eat, did you have dinner? That is the beauty of culture. That is the beauty of diversity, man. Someone who can't speak the language is still trying to make an effort to have a conversation, to communicate with one another. Because language was meant for this. Language was meant to unite people, to have a conversation with one another, not to segregate. Now say for instance, if auntie said, oh, you don't know Kannada, I will not talk to you ever. And if I go some other place and if I told them, oh, if you don't know Bengali, if you're in Tripura or let's say if you're in Kolkata, if you don't know Bengali, I will not talk to you. This is not how the system works. This is not how the world works actually. I recently went to Vietnam, and you'll see some of the videos on my channel also. Nobody spoke a word in English. Even though we managed to talk, even though we managed to find a middle ground, even though people were so nice and kind and welcoming. Now, yes, I know that I was a tourist and I don't live here, but in Bangalore I live. But you do get the point. Like, even if you don't understand language of one another, there are so many ways you still can communicate. You can use Google Translate, you can find a middle ground. But if you hate one another just because they don't speak a certain language, they are not like you, then you are losing, that other person is losing. It's not like you are winning. Nobody is winning in such cases. Please understand, I am a messenger of hope. I never meant to offend or hurt anyone, any Kannada speakers or Hindi speakers or any North India, South India, anything. That was never my intention, and that will never be my intention. If you ever cared to know me in real life, or if you are someone who knows me in real life, then you will know I'm not that person. I am a person of peace. I am a person of love. All I want is to give and spread positivity and love to the world. That was the reason I made this channel, this traveling channel. I want to travel the world and meet people. So please don't use it to fund your own ideologies, to spread hatred on my video, on my channel. Come, talk to me, get to know me, have a coffee with me, have a pint with me. Get to know me first before you call me a Nordi or a Bhikari or you abuse me. Don't do this. Don't do this to anyone. Don't do this to me. Please change. There's still hope. Let's leave the world a better place. With love, I am Anirban, signing off.